This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss about Jira because, as you know, Jira is a kind of project management tracking tool which is widely used across industries for application development. Means whatever the applications we are working on in the environment. So this Jira tool is something essentially important to use with. So using this Jira, the major advantage is that we can do project management related to preparing of reports and all everything can be prepared. At the same time, even this is being used to prepare burn down charts, burn up charts, all that. At the same time, to write epics, user stories, all this can be learned using this Jira software. So that what is that I am going to explain you today about Jira part. So wherein I am going to start right from the basics because this is the one which is essentially useful to the people who are new to Jira and Agile because for them this uh, session what is that we are going to handle is something relating to that stuff. So, because as I mentioned you, Jira is a project management bug tracking tool, especially in the field of agile will be used. And this is being used by different people. This will be used by the product owners. At the same time, this is the software which is being used by the Scrum Masters, even Scrum team, admin people. All these people uses this Jira software. I will explain who are the people and what is that they are going to use and all everything that I'll explain in some time. But before getting into that, let me show you how and where Jira has to be identified. So go to google.com where you can click on Jira. So here you can get, there is an option called Jira here. You can see because Jira is a software which is powered by Atlassian Corporation because Atlassian is a parent company. Atlassian is developed this project called Jira. So here you can see there is an option called issue project tracking Jira software. Click on that. Now, if a person who is learning, if it is for the new learners, I am saying this. Here there is an option called start my free trial. Of course, there was already trial which was already taken by me because as in when I am doing these trainings for regular intervals and all everything, so this will be there with us all the time. But as you are the new people who are working on uh, working maybe in future for Jira all that, so whatever I am showing you is for the freshers and all. So here you have a trial version called Start for Jira trial version, which is available with us. Here you can see there is an option called Start My Free Trial for 30 days. So in this Start My 30-day free trial, where you will be getting 30 days trial version, but make sure you have to give your Gmail account because you can click on this Start My Free Trial 30 days. Click on that. It will ask you to log into from your Gmail account. So because Gmail account is authenticated and authorized, right? So that will be taken it easily. So if you have given that Gmail account and all, automatically this will get registered. So you'll get registered to this. So whenever you get registered to this, the major advantage for you to see and the major advantage what is that we see here is whenever we are working on this Jira related stuff, 30 days of tail version where you have to provide your site name. For example, if I'm Raj, my initial or something like if I give my site name will be created in the Jira account. That's what generally we did. So that I'll make a if you want, if you have any confusion over that, I'll explain that later to you because that hardly takes not more than 5-10 minutes time. So start my free trial if you click automatically because I have already using it, hence I'm not clicking on it. That's only the difference. So start my 30-day free trial automatically it will give you your valid authentication authorizations using your Gmail. Provided automatically you can create an account. So once you have created an account, so here this is how generally an option will be available. You just click on it. Here there is an option called Jira software, right? Because apart from Jira software, of course, I used to take remaining trainings for Confluence administration, work management, and all. I have added all that. But for a person who is learning Jira development, knowing about Apex user stories and all, so the remaining rest of the three is not essentially required. So that is not something important for them, right? So I'm just clicking on Jira software. Whenever you are clicking on Jira software, this is how generally a Jira board looks like. Whatever the board you see, this is what the generally Jira board is. So these are the projects which are available with me. I have taken few projects and I'm working on few projects. for my training purpose and all. Hence, there are some projects are available. If you are a new learner where you are learning new to Jira, so all these won't be available. You have to create right from the project and all. You have to create this creation of projects and all everything you have to do. So before I am getting into creation of project, let me explain you who are going to use this Jira software and where this easy Jira software is being used. Let me open and I'll explain it on the Word document so that you'll be understood better. Here, let's understand first. The first thing what is that you need to understand here is Jira is an project management bug tracking application or a tool used mainly in agile projects, because if the projects which are working on agile environment, generally this Jira software is being used for. So whenever you are working on this Jira agile projects and all, there will be limit of team members will be there, because if you see the traditional model, there are a lot of people are involved in it. But whereas in agile environment, the number of people will be very less in terms of the percentage. You don't see more people in agile, because agile is something role specific it is. As far as the roles itself is concerned, the roles were very limited and tiny. So within that specific roles, whatever the activities we are going to perform, what is that we are going to do, everything we have to do based on that. That's what generally we have to work with. So when you are working on agile roles, major agile roles are three. The first role we call it as product owner. Second role we call it as Scrum team. Third role will be called as Scrum master. Product owner, Scrum team, followed by Scrum master. These are the three different roles. Apart from that, there is another role called Jira admin. Of course, that's not the role comes under the agile roles of that, but this Jira admin will also be used, because Jira software who is going to use is what I'm explaining, right? Hence, I mentioned these role, but these role doesn't comes under agile roles. Point to be noted. Now, what product owner? Product owner is the person who usually define the goal and vision of the product. Whatever the goal and vision of the product you are going to create, so this goal and vision of the product is being defined by the product owner. Point number one. So after that, creating epics and writing user stories. These are the two more things which generally a product owner will be performed. So if there is an X is a person who is a product owner, so product owner major responsibility is to define the goal and vision of the product. At the same time, they have to create epics, they have to develop user stories on that. Now, when you talk about epic, so what is meant by epic? Epic nothing but it's a large scale of solution. Large scale of solution is what we call it as epic. So what is large scale and all? I'll take an example. I will be explaining it in when I'm working on Jira software. I'll show you, so you'll be understood well, right? No need to worry about it. Next, when you talk about user story nothing but short description of requirement. Whatever the requirements we are going to write, these requirements will be written in short. This is what generally short description of requirements stands for. Developing user stories, creating epics, defining the goal and vision of the product is what the responsibility of a product owner everywhere. Now, if you are a Scrum team, usually the Scrum team is a combination of developers, testing team, user interface or user experience designers, next architects, database design team, etc. Right? So these are the people who will be using this Scrum team, right? So Scrum team is a combination of this. Normally, this Scrum team will be somewhere around 5 to 7 members will be there in number. Product owner will be one. Now, Scrum Master will be one person. This Scrum Master responsibilities. So, Scrum team, what Scrum team do? Scrum team are the people who are responsible to create sprints and participating in sprint development. Participating in creating sprints, participating in sprint development is what generally Scrum team do. Now, when you talk about Scrum Master, usually Scrum Master more or less like a project management kind of role. Scrum Master major responsibility is to manage the team. Whatever the impediments the team has and all everything, managing the team is what the responsibility of a Scrum Master. So apart from that, tracking the progress of work. Tracking the progress of work is also a responsibility of a Scrum Master. Whatever the progress of the work and all everything, that will be tracked by the Scrum Master. So combination of developers, testers and all everything will be there in the Scrum team. So who is responsible to create sprints, participating in sprint development will be taken care of by them. Whereas when you talk about Scrum Master and all, managing the team like tracking the progress of work, at the same time preparing some burn up as well as burn down charts, at the same time velocity reports. All these things will be prepared under this managing of teams, right? So this is what generally these people do, right? So Scrum Master responsibility is something confined to that, right? This is how generally Scrum Masters do. So tracking the progress of work, burn down charts, burn up charts, velocity reports, all these will be prepared by the Scrum Master. Now, when you talk about the role of a Jira admin, as I already mentioned you, repeating you the same, Jira admin are the people not part of the Jira Agile board usually. Jira administrators means who is taking care of administration of the activities which are happening in the project of Jira, that will be taken care of by the Jira administrators. Hence, Jira administrators never get into that. But still, as and when we are learning about Jira development of course or Jira development training we are undergoing, so one must be knowing about what Jira admins also do, right? So because that is also somewhere it is essentially required. So Jira administrator are the people who manages the projects. Who manages the projects? Whatever the projects are we working on? So these project managements and all everything will be taken care of by the Jira admin team. Not only manages the project, authentications, authorizations, permissions, creating workflows, creating filters, etc. will be taken care of by the Jira administrative people. So Jira administrative people responsibility is to majorly focusing on authentications, authorizations, providing permissions, creating workflows, creating filters. All these things will be taken care of by the Jira administrator. So product owner is the one person who is to define the goal and vision of the product. At the same time, Scrum team people who will be there to participate in creating sprints, working on these things. Scrum masters are the people who used to manage the teams, all that stuff. At the same time, there will be a role called Jira administrator who used to manage the projects, authentications, authorizations, permissions. All these things will be provided by the Jira administrator. So these are the four different roles who usually works on Jira, because whatever the Jira software I have shown you so far, whatever the Jira application I've just shown you some time back, this one. So this is being used by these people. Because apart from Jira administrator, to be honest with you, the remaining three roles will be there in the Jira account because it's a group activity, right? Because as Agile, if you see, Agile team size will be not more than 10 normally, right? 5 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 8, 1, 9, right? So total number of people will be somewhere around in Agile projects will be 9 to 10 members will be there. One agile team means almost 9 to 10 member will be there. Those 9 to 10 members are the responsible people to work on the project. So all these 9 to 10 members must be there in the project for sure. They must be there in the project. That's the reason why. So what are the responsibilities they are going to do and all everything will be there. That's the reason why here you can see there is an option called people, where you have to invite the people first who is going to create the project. Normally those people has to invite people into Jira, and whenever there is an invitation and all that, so you can create a team and you can add these people to that. So whatever the activities hereafter we are doing and all, everything will be managed by, when everything can be seen by the team members, and whatever the updations they were making and all everything will be done here accordingly. This is how generally this Jira, all these things will be worked here, right? This is how generally these people will be worked here accordingly. Now, this is how generally Jira software is. So whatever the introduction I have given you so far, this is an introduction I have given you in reference to the agile part, whatever the roles and responsibilities of agile. In reference to Jira, what are the different roles are there is what I was explaining. Now here you can see there are different projects which are available here. I am going to create a project. So what is that I am going to show you? I am going to show you right from creation of project. So right on epics, user stories, all that. Because if you remember, I already explained you before the session what users, what product owner do, who product owner do what Scrum team do, what Scrum Master do, what Jira administrator do. Everything was explained some time back. Now what I'm doing is right from creation of project, how to create a project, because that is the first thing which being a team member one should be knowing. Whether if you want to work on Jira, irrespective of the kind of role you belongs to, either you may be a product owner, or you may be an Scrum Master, or you may be in Scrum development team and all everything. So majorly what is that we need to know is that how to create a project and how to maintain. That's what essentially required. So whichever the role you may be playing in future, except administration, because administration is a separate this thing altogether, because creation of filters, right, all this will be there. So the administrator role will be there. There is a separate content for administration which will be, that is a different thing. But if you are a product owner or a Scrum team member or a Scrum Master, how you are going to use this Jira, how this Jira development will be taken place is what we are learning in this course. Now, if you want to create a project here, there is an option here you can see, a create project, right? So create project is what you have to click on. Whenever you are clicking on create project, please do remember this is the board which you can see. The first thing, this is the first step. Whenever you are clicking on create project, this is how it looks like. So one thing I must tell you here, because there is some small clarification I have to provide. I must clarify this. Agile is an environment, or Jira is a tool which is not exclusively meant for software development. Point to be noted. Because software development people, else only you don't use this. Apart from software development people, even finance people can use this, sales people can use this, marketing people can use this, HR people can also use this application. So point to be noted here is Jira application, whatever the application am I talking about, is not something related, and it is not something useful only for software development people. This is also used not only for software development people, but this is also being used by other people as well, like marketing people, human resource people, right? So sales people, all these people will be used this. This is what I must tell you prior. Now, why? Because even because most of the people have some conception over a doubt here, right? Raj, is this only for IT development we are using, or is there any other people will be used? So, what is that we need to understand? It's not only IT people, even non-IT people can also use this. This is what you have to understand. This is what you have to know it, right? That's what generally it is. Now, when you talk about the software development, if you are working on software, because our training is completely focused towards the software related applications, all that. Hence, we have to select the software related stuff. Otherwise, if it is service management, for example, if there is any kind of service management options where if you want to fix out any kind of problems, or if you want to raise any kind of request, all that stuff, this service management is being used. This is also second thing. Next, work management, whatever the related works relating to project management kind of stuff, or if you want to see any kind of new employee onboardings, All this comes under work management. Next, if there is any product is being developed, then product discovery means you need to understand the product idea first. From the product idea, we have to get into the product. We have to develop the product in order to make it successful. So what strategy you want to make and how to develop this product is comes under product management. Next, marketing. Marketing means this the marketing services, blank projects, even project management team. All these people will be used. Even marketing people also use this for campaign management, event planning, all that. Next, human resource people will also use this for recruitment, for policy management, for new employee onboarding, all that. At the same time, finance people will also use this. Whatever the budget creations, RFP process, and all everything used by them. At the same time, operations people use this for request for proposals, procurements, process controls, and all everything. Even the operations people will also use this. So there are different people for different reasons. This is being used, but we don't require all that. Whatever we require is software development. That's what we are working on. So in this software development, there are three things. One, either Scrum can be used, Kanban can be used. Even this is being used for bug tracking. Bug tracking majorly testing people uses this. This is not being used by any other people. For example, if there is a code which was written by the developer, whether how quality of code was written, whether what are the defects are there in the code has to be traced out by the testing team. So whatever the bugs they have identified, that has to be updated on the Jira. So for that, generally this bug tracking is being used. Whereas for the development purpose, normally there are two things. One is Scrum framework and second is Kanban in agile environment. Scrum means whatever the epics, user stories, product backlog, sprints, all these will be there in the Scrum. But whereas Kanban means you don't see any user stories, nothing. Instead of user stories, directly tasks and all everything will be written. So what is meant by task and all everything? Of course, I'll be showing that in coming days. That's a different thing. Now, what is that I'm selecting is I'm selecting a Scrum board, right? So I'm creating a Scrum project because Jira create a project in software development. Normally we use Scrum, use template. There are two kind of projects are available. One is team based project, second is company managed. This is where the role of a Jira administrator is required. Please listen carefully. When you talk about team managed project majorly used by the team members. Only limited number of people are there in that particular team. They are working on a particular project. So team managed project is only confined only to them. That is not confined to any other things else apart. Team managed project is completely managed by the limited team members, and there is no authentications, no authorizations, no permissions, no configurations, nothing. You don't require because limited members are working on the limited environment. But whereas in large scale projects, especially, there are multiple agile teams required. So for multiple projects, and when there are multiple teams are involved in the projects and all everything, there must be some configuration related things is required. So permissions, authentications, authorizations, all these things has to be taken care of by someone. That's the reason why there is a role called Jira admin which was created. In the beginning also itself also I have mentioned the same. Product owner for a different reason, Scrum team for a different reason, Scrum master for a different reason. Apart from that, there is another role called Jira admin. So Jira administrator role is to administrate the activities because there are multiple teams are involved in it, to whom we have to give permission, to whom we have to restrict the permission, how to create filters, permissions, workflows for the respective user stories, all that stuff. Everything has to be taken care of by the admin. So backend operations, I can say whatever the backend database related stuff or anything, any restrictions or any permissions to be taken care of, everything will be taken care of by the Jira administrator. Administrator, right? It's normal word. Even Oracle administrator, Sun Solaris, Linux, Unix administrator, the same way you have even Jira administrator because Jira is an application we are using for project management and bug tracking. So Jira admins are also available. So normally if it's a company managed projects and all everything, these Jira administrators and all everything are required. But as far as team managed projects itself and all, so this team managed project that is limited to an extent possible. You don't require any kind of permissions on that. But normally I am selecting company managed because if there is any kind of Jira small administrative activities for Jira admin, So that also you will be learning here. Maybe I'm not explaining you the advanced level of Jira admin, all the detailed of Jira admin, because this is completely a Jira development. But small administrative activities will help you to move on to the next level, right? So that is essentially required sometimes on that. That's the reason why I'm not selecting team based. I'm selecting company managed project. So company managed project. On screen you don't see much difference, okay, because both are same. Because here multiple teams will be there you don't see any other teams. That's only the thing. Now here you need to create a project, whatever the project we want, and all that project creation is what we have to do. Now you have to create a project. So for that there are some projects to be taken. Let me take up the project once. One project I will take, and we will work on that. That is best and better. Mm, yeah, I'm taking one project here. This Jolik one I'm taking. uh, Jolik application is one. Yeah, one application is Jolik, and one more application I have here. Qlient I have taken, right? So Qlient is also there. Yeah, Qlient application was there. I'm taking this application because you have all the features, all that. So what is this Qlient application? I'll explain you in some time. Yeah. So this is a Qlient application. It's a healthcare application. Okay. Because we have to take some project. Without doing taking project, explaining the training would be difficult, because different examples can't be taken, right? So we have to take a single example so that you there will be a systematic approach of learning, right? So that is required. Hence I have taken a project relating to Qlient. Right. So this Qlient project, so normally it's a healthcare project usually, right? Let me explain you for 5 minutes, then I will get into Jira. Okay. So this is a Qlient is a product name. It's a product, usually Qlient. This product is a practice management product, integrated practice suite of management product, which is used healthcare by healthcare people extensively in the industry. Where the advantage with Qlient is this Qlient application can be integrated with EHR and billing modules. EHR means electronic health records, because whatever the claims related applications we use, everything will be in electronic format, especially due to the HIPAA rules and regulations, all that. Applications must be in electronic format, in encrypted format, because health information of the individuals can't be seen directly. So there are some procedure codes and all everything used in healthcare environment. So they use that. Generally, this is what generally EHR stands for, electronic health records. In this electronic health records, there will be some billing modules even, right? So this Qlient is a kind of product which is an integrated suite of practice management, where it has an advantage where you can connect this EHR and billing modules also do this. So the major advantage of this Qlient project is to streamline the business processes, where it will give a better clinical outcome for the healthcare organizations. Do remember, if you talk about users here, healthcare organizations like hospitals can use this. At the same time, this can be used even by the insurance people, right? So for different reasons, whatever the benefits and all everything was mentioned here, the primary benefits. At the same time, what are the key features and all everything was mentioned. Of course, I'll explain those in some time to you, right? So this is what generally overall structure of the project. For example, you are the one who is working on Qlient. Your organization has decided to develop a product, something relating to integrated suite of practice management. You named it after called Qlient. Qlient is what the name you have given after this project. Now you guys are want to develop this project in Agile. So for that, Jira is a project management tool, come bug tracking tool, which you have identified and finalized. The very first thing is that, for example, if you are a product owner, because let's say that this product is owned by a product owner. Product owner should have a clear understanding about the goal and vision of the product. This is what I was mentioned in the beginning. If you see the role of it, defining the goal and vision of the product is what required for the product owner. So if you are a product owner, the major responsibility for you to define the goal and vision of the product means for what purpose this product is being developed, what was the reason behind developing this product, and how important for us to develop this product. That sort of understanding is required if you are a product owner. Now, it's not only that you must be knowing about the kind of benefits, what exactly this product must be provided. At the same time, we must be knowing about the key features even. What are the different features are related for the project should also be known to you. So there are limited features. The first feature is called denial management. Denial management is one feature. Next, we have decided claim management because whatever the claim related information and all everything comes under claim management. Next, there is another option called integration because just now I have told you there is an integration possibility where integrating with practice management with EHR, health records, all that. So integration is also one of the module here. So apart from integration, there is another module which is called claim scrubber, claim scrubbers and all everything, where automatically claims and all everything will be sent to that. So there is a claim scrubber option is there. At the same time, you have an option for billing as well. What are the billing related stuff can be seen here. After billing, next is digital payments. What are the payments are we doing digitally? That is also there. Next, scheduling is there. What are the scheduling are we doing and all everything? That scheduling is there. Next, reporting, reports and all everything. Whatever the reports we are preparing and all comes under this. Next, e-prescribing. E-prescribing means prescriptions and all everything online. That's what we call it as e-prescribing, all that. Next, after that, telehealth, right? So telehealth is there, right? So scheduling virtual visits and all everything comes under telehealth. Next, charge capture app. So these are the different features which are identified by a product owner in reference to the Qlient project. Now these features were identified by the product owner, but if you are going for development, how come people understand, how come people will design this is important. That's the reason why, as I told you, directly we don't write features in Jira because features are, because for example, if you take this feature, for example, if you take denial management, in this denial management, there are two functionalities, creating an account and creating an appeal letters. Now here, when we are creating this denial management, team may not be required all these. These two may not be required for the team. These two may not be required for the team. Team may be required any one in it. Team may not be required all that. Team may be required only one in this. They wants to see only. They want to see creating of appeal letters is what they require as of now. So normally when we are working on Agile, especially in reference to the Jira, we don't develop direct features. We write high level solutions, whatever is required, large scale of solution. This is what we call it as epic, is what we have to decide. And how to write epics and all everything, that I'll explain it later. Okay, now what we have to do here is Qlient project is what we have taken, right? So this is what we have decided. Now I'm getting into Jira application, right? So project name, integrated practice management. Our application is integrated practice management. Qlient is a product name, integrated suite of practice management. Integrated practice management application. I mention it as healthcare. Right, so this is what generally the name of the project was. Now whenever you have given this name, automatically keywords will be mentioned here. Scrum, company manager projects. create a project. Whenever you are clicking on creating a project, this is how generally this Jira software looks like. Whatever the Jira, so this is how generally board looks like. There are already projects, you can see there are different projects are available here, point of sale system, online shopping, all that. But we have created an application called Healthcare Integrated Practice Management application, which is in short we called as HIPMA, HIPMA. Because automatically it will come, because you don't need to create that. It automatically comes here. Now this is what generally the application we have to do. Now when you want to create this application, what is that we have to do? First of all, you have to create a roadmap. Before you are getting into creation of roadmap, there are some minor administration related changes to be made. If there is anything required, you have to do the changes. At the same time, first of all, you have to add the people. That's what I said. Whoever are required and whoever is involved in the project, those people must be added to this. This is the first thing which we have to do once we have created a project. We have to add the people, we have to create a dashboard. This is the two things which normally we have to do. Dashboard will show you all the options, people we have to show. Now what I'm doing is, first I'm doing people, adding people will be done. At the same time, dashboard creations will also be shown to you. People, invite people to Jira. Okay, now I'm giving some email IDs. Mine I'm giving. Okay, right, for example, these are the two I'm giving. One more I'll give. I'm giving three. Okay, and one more I'll give four. Right, so these are the four people, for example. Right, so these are the four people which I have given, where Jira software, because we are adding to Jira software, not to Confluence or something. Okay, we are adding to Jira software. Add four people. Whenever you do this, right, successfully sent an email to everyone, confirm you had added them to the Jira software. So whoever we have sent, those people have to add for this. People have to add you. That is the first thing you have to do. Now, to which mail ID I have sent? Yeah, Illinois training is what I have sent. Even I have sent it for Illinois trainings as well. I think it takes time, because due to the server issues and all, it won't be appeared immediately. It takes time for you to show, right? It won't happen immediately. Please do remember that. It takes time sometimes to get it, to get this be appeared here. Okay, so this will be appeared. Okay, we'll see, because anyways sent, there is a request was sent to the people. So CP people will receive a mail. If they have accepted, automatically they will be accepted in this Jira repository. Right? That's what generally happen here. If you want to add more people, you can add. But the major difference is, if you take 10 team member, generally 10 members is the maximum team. Normally we don't maintain more than 10. Normally for one Jira board means 10 members, not more than that. So 10 members is the maximum number we take. We don't take more than 10 members normally, so that I'm not adding anything here, right? So I'm adding only four people. That too, I have taken my email IDs, my company mail IDs I have taken, my training email IDs I have taken here. Right, yeah, you can see here one we have got already. Rajin Live online trainings you have received, right? Rajin is waiting for you to join. Now join team. So what I have to do, for example, if I am the member, right? What I have to give, I need to sign up using my user ID password. Whatever the Gmail account I have, using my user ID password, I can sign up, so that automatically I'll be a member here, right? I'll be a member here. I can join into the team. The same way other people will also get. It takes time, of course. Let me do it. Okay. So normally this is how generally we have to add the people. So adding people is not that. Once we have added the people, what we have to do, we have to create a team, and whoever has accepted our proposal, normally team members will accept automatically, right? Because they are the developers, all these people will be there. Whenever the people were there, we have to create a team for the project as separate, and we have to put all these people into the team. That's what we have to do. Now, this is what generally that people want. So, point to be noted, when we are creating a Jira project, the very first thing what is that we have to do is that we have to add the people who are relating to the project. Whoever are the members are there for the project, those people has to be added. If you want to add the people, please do remember you have to send an invitation email to them. Once you have sent an invitation email based on their acceptances, people will be added to the Jira board automatically for this project. And whenever you are creating a team, you are creating a team on those people and you are adding those people here. Now I have invited people. I am creating a team called Healthcare Integrated Practice Management System. Right. This is what I was giving. Team name is right. Team. Right. That's what I am giving here. I'm creating a team. You can see view team. Whoever were added, those people you can see. Right. So this is what generally you can see. I'm the product manager. So if you want, you can add people here. For example, right, one people were added here. You can see whoever is. You can see here, right? Mm, three, four, right? You can see four people. Raj in live is my name, product owner myself. Remaining four people are the people who are adding. So total how many members? Five members are my team, right? So this is what it was. Now what we have did, we have added people. That's it. We haven't done anything else apart. Now I am going for healthcare management project. And second, once the people were added, what is that I am going to do? I am creating a dashboard. Create a dashboard. We have to create a dashboard. For this, we have to give a name of the application because otherwise other dashboards will be integrated. So that we have to create a name. Healthcare Integrated Practice Management System application, right? This application is used to integrate both HR and billing modules to make organization and increase their business process efficiency, right? So that's what I have created, right? That's what I have created. Viewers who want to view this project, which project is this? Healthcare integrated project. Role, if there is any role, we have to add here, right? This is one thing. Now editor, for example, who are going to use this project, healthcare, whoever the people, so those people we have to add, right? So here it is, healthcare integrated practice management, whichever the roles, those people can view this, those people can edit, create a dashboard. Now this dashboard layout has to change first. This layout may be a single layout where you can see single, after that second, third, fourth, all that. Otherwise two you can see, otherwise you can see three, otherwise you can see like this, otherwise you can see like this. Now what way I'm doing is I'm just selecting this layout, right? I'm selecting this layout, clicking on done. Now what I have to do, this dashboard is empty. Now I want to add people to this. So this is where you can see these are the gadgets which can be acted. For example, activity stream, whatever the activities we are doing and all, everything can be added. Add activity stream. You can see whatever we have done so far on the Jira. So everything can be seen here. Whether you have created a user story, you have created epic, whatever you have created, everything can be seen under the active streams here. Here you can see all that. It's loading. Just be online. Okay, right. Let it be, right? And you will see it later. Now assign to me, because to whom are we assigning this? If you want to see, you can add that here, right? Assign to me can also be added. Yeah, you can see the activity stream, right? So whatever we have done so far, what we have created, when we have created it, what date, right? All this you can see. Activity stream relating to my whole projects, it was showing here. Not only for my project, it was showing for all the projects, whatever the activity stream in reference, because I was the product owner, right? I am managing this board. So where you can see all the streams, all that stuff. This is what it is. Next, assign to me. To whom, what is that I have to assign? This we have to assign here. Assign to me. This, if you want, you can configure it, can be done here later. Next, we don't require average age chart, all that, because there will be lot many. We don't require all that. And sprint gadget I'm adding. Of course, as and when we haven't done anything, you don't see any reports, any updations. Adding filters, that also I'm adding here. Issues in progress. What are the issues we have taken? Those in progress. Jira roadmap was already created, hence we don't need it. Next, how much resolution time it was taken, that was added here. Sprint bundle gadget was added. Sprint health gadget was added. Yeah, so these are the things which I have created here, right? So this is not generally the gadget I have created. I have created a sprint gadget, health gadget, sprint bundle chart gadget was created, resolution one created, issues in progress created. This you have to update, right? So this you have to update by adding all this. That can be done later. As of now, this is what the thing is. Now filter results were added here. Days were remaining as added. Assigned to me were added. Activity stream means whatever the activities we are working on the Jira, everything will be updated every 15 minutes or every time. Now and then, whatever we are doing it, immediately all these will be updated accordingly. This is a continuation process. You can see this is the continuation process. Even last 4 days ago, also there, those also you can see 1 week, 4 days, right? So whatever the activities we are doing, so all these activities you can see here, right? Right, so this is how generally a dashboard has to be created. So this dashboard will make people to understand. So project creation should be is done now. Next, people were added. We have created a group for our project and we have added people to that. Next, dashboard, whatever the relevant gadgets here, those were also added here. So this is how generally this dashboard creations and all everything is done so far. Next, there are some minor administrative small things to be done. So that I am going to discuss in some time.